Student, good morning. Welcome for this lecture. In fact, I was asking you what we have discussed yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about, in general, what is thin film, classification of thin film, and then we have quoted some examples as well, and then we have discussed two different methods for synthesis of thin films, and those two different methods were spin coating and chemical bar deposition. Chemical bar deposition can also be referred as solution growth method that we have discussed yesterday. Now, if you look at these two methods are very simple in nature and doesn't require any very sophisticated equipment for the synthesis. Particularly, chemical bar deposition is very cost effective, doesn't require at all any instrument. Simple beaker, just you can have a beaker and then solutions, electrolyte solutions, and then you can proceed for the deposition. Whereas spin coating requires one not very advanced but simple equipment, which is not going to be that much expensive. So whenever we compare solution growth method or chemical bar deposition with that of spin coating, chemical bar deposition would be, very cost effective and can be used for mass production of devices as well. Now today we are going to discuss third method of material synthesis, and it is going to be electrochemical method of material synthesis. This is going to be a bit advanced method and require a kind of instrumentation, right? So electrochemical deposition is well-established method for thin film deposition. Why it is called well-established? Because this can be used for many technological applications. Most importantly, since it is electrochemical, it means electrical impulse is going to be used for as a catalyst. There, in case of chemical deposition, the chemical is going to be used as a catalyst to initiate the chemical reaction which is to be taken place during synthesis. Here, the electrical impulse. So either it could be voltage or current, which going to be responsible for initiation of that reaction. And as a result of that, since we can control, because since it is applied current or applied voltage, that can be controlled, and as a result of that, surface morphology of thin film deposited by electrochemical deposition is going to be better as compared to the chemical synthesis or chemical deposition, chemical bar deposition. It means here morphology can be controlled as per your desire. With electrochemical deposition, morphology can be controlled as per desire. मॉर्फोलॉजी का मतलब क्या होता है? उसका टोपोग्राफी, मतलब आपको पोरस स्ट्रक्चर चाहिए, यूनिफॉर्म चाहिए, राइट? Adhesivity अच्छी होनी चाहिए. All those things can be well controlled by using electrochemical deposition, and that is why this is one of the well established method for thin film deposition. It is a special kind of electrolysis resulting in deposition of solid material on electrode. So this is also a kind of electrolysis, because electrical signal is going to be responsible for separation of cations and anions. Okay, and as a result of that, you will be able to deposit the required material on the surface of electrode. Electrochemical deposition process involves the oriented deposition of charge control species. It could be cations or anions through a solution when an external electric field is applied, and reduction of charge growth species at the deposition surface, which also serves as an electrode. It means, like, whenever you will be applying electrical signal, as a result of that, you will be able to have oxidation reaction, right? Oxidation and reduction. So whenever we will be having oxidation and reduction reaction, I mean either loss of electron or gain of electron, as a result of that, you will be able to create cations and anions. And depending on the potential on, you can have anodic deposition or cathodic deposition here. Depending on that, you can have the material deposited on cathode or anode. It depends on what kind of deposition you are using in case of electrochemical deposition. Generally, this method is applicable to the electrically conductive materials such as metals, alloys, semiconductors, and conductive polymers. Most of the time, because these whatever material we will be using, those materials need to be electrically conductive materials by and large. Okay. However, there are some example in which even if the material is not electrically conductive, still you can deposit that material on the surface of electrode. The only essential condition would be the working electrode need to be conducting here. As far as electrochemical deposition is concerned, working electrode need to be conducting. Electrochemical deposition method is widely used for making metallic coating, which is known as electroplating, a somewhat similar method for electrophoretic deposition. In fact, you have not because I have not, you don't know, you may not be knowing, in fact, the electrophoretic deposition. So forget about that. What is electroplating? Electroplating is similar. I mean, electroplating is one of the example of electrochemical deposition. And what is the purpose of electroplating? Is the deposition of metal. Whenever you want to have the metal coating on any substrate, you can go ahead with the electroplating. It has been explored for the deposition of ceramic and organoceramic material from colloidal dispersion. The material in this case need not be electrically conductive, as I mentioned earlier. These are the two usually, as I mentioned earlier, in electrochemical deposition, the material to be deposited need to be electrically conductive. But ceramic and organoceramic material forms the colloidal dispersions, right? Here, the material need not be electrically conductive. The colloid particles are stabilized by electrostatic double layer or static forces, and as a result of that, you will be able to deposit the required material on the substrate. As I mentioned earlier, electroplating is one of the simple method of electrochemical deposition. And therefore, let me start with electroplating first. What is electroplating? It is an electrochemical process where the metal ions are transferred from the solution and are deposited as a thin layer onto the surface of cathode. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that this is a simple electrochemical process where metal ions are transferred from solution. So metal ions are going to be there in solution. Okay, and that is why I said, like, we need to ionize first of all. You need to have the cations and anions, as I mentioned earlier. An electrical signal is going to play a role for creation of cations and anions, and then depending on the electrode potential, you will be able to deposit the desired material on the desired substrate. The setup is used. Setup is composed of DC circuit with an anode and cathode sitting in the bath solution that has metal ions necessary for coating or plating. It means the setup which I'm talking about, it consisting of the beaker in which you will be having electrolyte in which that material is going to be there, and then there would be two electrode. One would be anode and the other would be cathode, right? What are the advantages of electroplating? Electroplating can enhance the chemical properties, right, which increase the corrosion of resistance, like corrosion resistance rather. Like whenever you will be coating some material, the you will be able to improve the corrosion resistance property of that material. That property is called as chemical properties. You will be able to improve the physical properties as well. Physical properties means the thickness of the film. Thickness can be, you will be able to control the thickness as per your requirement. You will be able to enhance even mechanical properties. You can control the tensile strength and hardness of the material. So once you deposit any thin film on any substrate, then hardness and tensile strength can also be measured, and which can be controlled depending on the concentration and the signal, electrical signal, and deposition time, and there are many parameters. Overall, electroplating can enhance these chemical, physical, and mechanical properties. What is mechanism? Electrodeposition is a process of deposition atoms from solution. As I mentioned earlier, the atoms are going to be, the material is going to be deposited from solution on a conducting substrate. Conduction substrate need to be conducting. That I told you earlier, that whatever electrode you will be using, that electrode need to be conducting electrode, right? Schematic diagram explaining electrode deposition is as shown in this figure. You can see this is a beaker I was talking about, which has electrolyte solution and cathode and anode. This is a simple, and then you will be applying electrical voltage, external electro voltage. This is constant voltage source. You can have constant current source or constant voltage source. So typical electrochemical deposition setup consists of इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मतलब क्या है? इस सॉल्यूशन, जो इसमें सॉल्यूशन रहेगा, जिसमें हमारा मटेरियल रहेगा, कैथोड एंड एनोड एंड सोर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. These are the three requirements for electroplating. What is again, like, let me tell you another definition. Electroplating is a process that uses electrical current to reduce dissolved metal cations so that they form a coherent metal coating on an electrode. What does it mean? It means that whatever dissolved metal cations are going to be there, those metal cations are going to be reduced, so that those metal cations would be depositing on the cathode surface, one of the electrode surface, and as a result of that, you can have the coating of that material on the cathode. This is a simple electrochemical electroplating setup. You can see here, this is beaker, and this is a simple two copper electrode, right? Uh, Simple two copper electrode, and this is the external battery. And what else you need? You need copper sulfate. If you want to deposit copper on the copper itself, right? You are depositing copper on copper plate. I mean, you can deposit copper on any conducting electrode, but here on copper plate itself. So you will require copper sulfate and copper plate, right? And then you need beaker, and then water, and then external battery, right? Because you will have to apply external signal. And then how electrode deposition is going to work? You can see here, these are two copper electrodes. One is going to be anode because it is positive with the battery, DC battery, positive terminal connected to anode and negative terminal connected to cathode, right? So it is what is cathode? Cathode, the metal to be plated by another metal. I mean, this is metal basically, and on which another metal can be coated. Similarly, this is anode is also metal, and if you want, you can coat on anode as well, depending on what kind of coating you are using. And electrolyte means this solution. This is conducting solution containing metal ions in which anode and cathode are placed. So this is the solution. We call it as electrolyte. जिसमें जो मटेरियल हमें जो कॉपर सल्फेट मैंने जो बोला था उसको हमने यहाँ पर डिसॉल्व करके रखा है. Then you need external power source, right? Okay, you can see now this is the circuit. Okay, this is the beaker in which we have got Su copper sulfate. Okay, and then these are the two electrodes. This is cathode because this is connected to negative terminal battery. This is anode which is connected to positive terminal battery, and you can connect one ammeter so that you can measure the current. Okay, now what happens? The ions travel on the electric current to the cathode, where the reduction means gain of electrons happens, hitting the copper ions into the key. What does it mean? It means that you can see here. So this cathode is going to be negatively charged. This is going to be positively charged. So whenever you will be applying current, you will be having, the CuSO4 is going to be separated, and you are going to have SO4 minus and Cu plus. SO4 minus and Cu plus. Sulfate and copper. These copper cations are going to be attracted because this is negatively charged. Because these are cations, right? Positively charged copper ions are going to be attracted towards cathode surface. And as a result of that, they are going to stabilize because in solution they are unstable. But whenever they are depositing on cathode surface, they are going to be stable and they will be deposited on this cathode surface. It could be any conducting surface. It need not be the copper plate. It could be any conducting surface, right? So as long as you are having CuSO4 in the solution, the copper is going to be deposited on the negatively charged electrode, which is used with negative charge electrode, is being referred as a cathode, right? So this is what the electroplating means. Now, let me show you electrochemical instruments, because in our lab we are having CH electrochemical instrument, couple of CH electrochemical instrument. Those who are working in on project, they must have seen and they must have worked on this electrochemical instrument. Apart from that, this is we call it as electrochemical cell. This is simple beaker in which there are three different electrodes, right? Working electrodes, counter electrode, and reference electrode. As far as deposition is concerned, we need three electrode: working electrode and counter electrode and reference electrode. Now, as far as this the size, as far as the dimension of these electrodes are concerned, working electrode need to be I mean, reference electrode need to be in close proximity of working electrode. Let us say in the beaker, here you kept your working electrode and here you kept your counter electrode. So the reference electrode need to be in close proximity of working electrode. Okay, and the dimension of counter electrode need to be better, need to be bigger, because we want these anions to be reflected from the counter electrode towards the working electrode, right? Because your working electrode can be either cathode or anode. It depends on what kind of deposition you will be having. If it is like anodic deposition, your working electrode would be positive. If it is cathodic deposition, then working electrode would be negative. So depending on in electrochemical deposition, you can have cathodic or anodic deposition. This is the another electrochemical workstation which we are having. And ये आप देखिए, ये थोड़ा sophisticated electrochemical cell दिख रहा है. यहाँ पर देखिए, this is like homemade. This cell is homemade. We have prepared this on our own. Otherwise, the CH electrochemical workstation from manufacturer, they have provided one a little sophisticated electrochemical cell. उसमें जो beaker रहेंगी, ऊपर जो है cover रहेगा, उसमें वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड, काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड एंड रेफरेंस इलेक्ट्रोड को इंसर्ट करने के लिए स्पेस रहेगी, राइट? बट यू कैन हैव ऑन योर ओन आल्सो. आप सिंपल व्हीकल लीजिए, ऊपर एक कोई पुट्ठा लीजिए, उसको तीन आप ड्रिल करिए, होल करिए, एंड देन यू कैन वन होल कुड बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डिमेंशन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रोड्स व्हिच यू आर यूजिंग, राइट? तो तीन इलेक्ट्रोड जाने के लिए आप ड्रिल कर सकते हो, होल कर सकते हो, and then that becomes your electrochemical cell. Okay, so like that we have prepared many electrochemical cells in our laboratory. ये आप देखेंगे तो ये है टिपिकल कनेक्शन, जैसे मैंने बताया था आपको, वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड एंड काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड. यू कैन सी वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड डिमेंशन छोटा होता है, काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड यूजुअली बिगर इन डिमेंशन. काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड, यहाँ पर आपको एक ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा कि वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड एंड काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड बोथ शुड बी conducting, right? This can be stainless steel or platinum or gold, whatever, but most of the times platinum or stainless steel is being used, because even platinum is costly. We do have one bigger platinum electrode, but most of the time we use stainless steel, because we need bigger counter electrode, so that the ions can be reflected from surface, and those ions can be deposited on the working electrode. And reference electrode need to be in close proximity of working electrode. So this is the electrode arrangement, and then these three electrodes are going to be connected to external power supply. We can call it as a, even you can use a simple constant current or constant voltage source to initiate the electrochemical deposition. But we are having electrochemical setup, because that is a very sophisticated electrochemical workstation on which different techniques there are. Because there are different techniques. If you use the sophisticated electrochemical workstation, you can use all those techniques. Otherwise, conventionally, there are three important electrochemical synthesis techniques: constant voltage, which is called potentiostatic; constant current, which is called galvanostatic; and then cyclic voltammetry. These are three important electrochemical deposition technique, and you have to remember only those. Rest of the deposition technique I will be telling you just for the sake of information, but I'm not going to spend more time on that because this is the extra information I'll be giving. You can read that from the PPT or books. Okay. You can see here, this is like animated figure. आप देखिए यहाँ पर ये काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड यहाँ से रिफ्लेक्ट होके ये वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड पर जाकर डिपॉजिट हो रहे हैं. आप देखिए अगेन, लेट मी स्टार्ट इट अगेन. आप ध्यान में रखिए यहाँ पर एनिमेटेड फिगर है. ये है आपका इलेक्ट्रोलाइट सॉल्यूशन. ये है आपका इलेक्ट्रोलाइट सॉल्यूशन. ओके, आप देखिए यहाँ पर इसमें हमने क्या किया. वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड है, देन यू हैव कंट्रोल इलेक्ट्रोड, राइट, एंड दिस इज रेफरेंस इलेक्ट्रोड. आप डिस्टेंस भी देखिए कितना हमने मेंटेन किया है, राइट. एंड यहाँ पर आप ग्राफ देखिए, दिस इज क्रोनोपोटेंशियोग्राम. तो क्रोनोपोटेंशियोग्राम मतलब क्या होता है. यहाँ पर हमने कांस्टेंट करंट दिया है. दिस गैलोस्टैटिक डिपोजिशन में ये इस टाइप का ग्राफ आता है, राइट. सो व्हेनेवर these three terminals are connected to G-stat और एनी इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल बस स्टेशन, तब क्या होगा आपका. जैसे कि मान लो एनोडिक डिपोजिशन है. एनोडिक डिपोजिशन में क्या होगा, योर वर्किंग इलेक्ट्रोड विल बी पॉजिटिव विथ रेफरेंस टू रेफरेंस इलेक्ट्रोड, राइट. ओके, रेफरेंस इलेक्ट्रोड एंड काउंटर इलेक्ट्रोड. ये जो स्पेस यहाँ पर जो डिसॉल्व एटम रहेंगे, those dissolved atoms are going to be separated. Separated means आपको जो है उसका इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस होगा. Cations and anions are going to be separated, and the cations of that materials are going to be deposited on cations or anions, depending on whether you are doing anodic potential, anodic deposition, or uh, cathodic deposition, right. So once we, let us say everything is set, we uh, we prepare the electrolyte solution in which we have got monomer. As far as conducting polymer, I'm talking about conducting polymer. जो शुरुआत का मटेरियल होता है उसको मोनोमर कहते हैं, क्योंकि पॉलीमराइजेशन होने से पहले का मोनोमर कहते हैं, right. And then that is what the material which you want to deposit, we can call it as a precursor also. And then you need to have some dopant. Okay, so dopant, monomer, and simple any I mean solvent. It could be nanopure water, or it could be acetone, it could be chloroform or whatever, right. And then once you apply electrical signal, आप देखिए अभी electrical signal apply होते ही क्या होगा. अभी आप अब देखिए, हाँ, you can see now these anions are moving, cations and anions are moving. Those are going to be reflected from this counter electrode and are going to be deposited on working electrode. As a result of that, you can see whenever deposition is taking place, you can see this graph, this graph. So this is where the nucleation is going to be taking place. So for nucleation, because this peak represent the formation of nuclei on the substrate, on the working electrode. And then you can see this happens within no time. You can see here this happens within no time, because maybe you can see from this to, because this is 200, right, 200 second. So maybe within 10 to 15 seconds, this the nucleation takes place, and then later on your potential remains constant. You get only one spike, and then potential remains constant. It means that you are depositing the film on the uh, coating. You are having coating of that material on the substrate. So more the time, more the deposition time, the thickness would be more. So by controlling the concentration, by controlling the applied voltage or current, and the deposition time, this the surface morphology of this film can be monitored. And therefore, as I mentioned earlier, here electrochemical deposition is going to be better as compared to chemical deposition, because here the surface morphology can be controlled by using couple of parameters. What are those parameters? The concentration of the material which is to be deposited, applied voltage, and most important, applied voltage and deposition time. So these three parameters are going to be a control parameter for controlling the surface morphology of any film. There are two types of electrochemical deposition process, anodic and cathodic. I told you earlier. In the anodic process, negatively charged material is deposited on positively charged electrode. In anodic process, but negatively charged material, it means, as I told you, the negatively charged material is going to be deposited on, or anions are going to be, so as I mentioned earlier, like electrical impulse will be responsible for having the cations and anions in the solution. So these anions are going to be deposited on positively charged electrode, and that kind of deposition called as anodic process. In cathodic process, the positively charged material is deposited on negatively charged electrode or cathode, right? So in that case, cathode is going to be, in that negative potential is going to be applied to the working electrode. As a result of that, the negatively charged, the positively charged material is going to be deposited on the cathode surface. When an electric field is applied, यहाँ पर मैं ये जो है ना, यहाँ पर जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड अप्लाई करते हैं तो क्या होता है, whenever the electric field is applied, all the charge species migrate by the process of electrophoresis towards the electrode with opposite charge. तो क्या होगा, जो जो भी charge species रहेंगे, cations and anions, those are going to be migrated to the respective electrode. Positive charge species are going to be migrated towards negatively charged electrode, and negative charge species are going to be migrated towards the positive charge electrode. There are several mechanisms by which material can be deposited on the electrode. There are several mechanisms. Here, three mechanisms have been mentioned: charge destruction and resultant decrease in solubility. So, charge destruction is one of the mechanism. So, whenever there would be charge destruction, that will decrease the solubility of the material, right? Um, then the concentration coagulation. So this is another mechanism, and salting out, they are the third mechanism. So these are three different mechanisms which will be happening in case of electrochemical deposition. The primary electrochemical process which occurs during aqueous electrodeposition is the electrolysis of water. As I mentioned earlier, कि यहाँ पर सबसे पहले क्या होगा, primary electrical chemical process क्या होता, it is going to be electrolysis of water. And these are the two oxidation and reduction. So there will be oxidation reaction taking place at the anode surface. This is the typical oxidation reaction of water. And this is the reduction reaction of water, which is going to be taking place respectively. Oxidation is going to be taking place at anode surface, and reduction is going to be taking place at cathode surface. The only difference is going to be in anodic deposition, material being deposited will have salt of an acid as the charge bearing group. So in case of anodic deposition, the material which is being deposited will have salt of an acid as a charge bearing group. Whereas, and this negatively charged anions react with the positively charged hydrogen. Because if you look at the electrolysis process, there would be the positively charged hydrogen on the electrode surface. And therefore, these negative charge anions, in case of anodic deposition, these negative charge anions are going to be reacted with positively charged hydrogen atoms, which will be there on the anode by the electrolysis of water. So, जब electrolysis होगा water का, at that time there will be protons, positively charged, hydrogens on the positively charged hydrogen on the anode surface. So those negatively charged anions are going to be reacted with the positively charged hydrogen atoms, and they are going to be fully protonated. Okay. As a result of that, they become stable, and that material is going to be deposited on the substrate. Now, as far as this was anodic deposition, exactly the opposite reaction is going to happen in case of cathodic deposition. So वहां पर क्या होगा, charge bearing group क्या होगा, salt, the material which is being deposited will have salt of an acid as a charge bearing group. Here it would be the material which is being deposited will have the salt of an base. As far as anodic deposition is concerned, it would be like acid, and as far as the cathodic deposition is concerned, it will be base. That is the only difference. Rest of the thing will be same. This is a typical protonation of water by sulfuric acid. This is the typical reaction of protonation of water by using sulfuric acid.